Hello, everyone. Welcome to Gdansk, Poland, day number 2 of week number 6. I'm Ted Barton, along with Mark Hanratty, and the dance competition begins today, and there are 2 teams, both with 15 points and a win so far in the Junior Grand Prix. Valiant and Brandies of Canada, who won in Riga in week 1, and Pagana and Kovel of Ukraine, who won in Ankara in week 2.
Both will be after a clean skate, but a 1-2 finish for either team will likely secure them a spot at the final in Nagoya, Japan. Also seeking podium positions, Soldati and Talibut of Italy and Koch and Chatigny from France. But it's juniors, and we can always be prepared for an upset.
It is juniors, and anything can happen. 17 teams for 13 nations.
And the rhythm dance starts right now.
Good boy. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Olivia Arena in Gdansk, Poland. Day number 2 of 3 competition. We are on week 6. Next week is the final. Mark Hanratty joining me here ringside as we move along in the Junior Grand Prix, as you say, series.
Yes.
Series. There we go.
The Junior Grand Prix series.
As we take a look at the start order for the rhythm dance, are you all ready to go, Mark? You all studied up and ready to dance?
The thing, as we see the starting order for this event, is that I just feel like there's never enough intel that we can amass. So sometimes at the last minute, there's the 11th hour, there's a panic of, have we got enough intel? Do I know enough?
What are you, like MI5 or something?
Yeah.
Or is that MI6? I don't remember.
MI6?
I don't know. You're supposed to know. You're from United Kingdom. What's going on?
I think it's both. I don't know.
Okay. Here we go. As we take a look at the officials, of course, we always thank them for the time that they give away from home and family and their work. It's very special indeed, and they've had to work really hard to get to this level to officiate internationally as we take a look at the technical panel as well.
It was interesting to hear that there are 41 judges or officials here at this event. There are so many, all eager to give their input.
And they don't get drawn. I know our Canadian judge, who I know well, Hillary Quick, she only got drawn for this rhythm dance. And so they've, they're all the way here for one portion. But that is the way the system works. And sometimes you get drawn for more and you're busy. Sometimes you're not so busy. So.
Further transparency is that the officials do not know what event they will be in. And so they just turn up with their awareness of the rules to educate themselves to give the best results to the skaters.
And talking about awareness of rules, would you ramble on a little bit about what people can expect here in the rhythm dance? Go through as you quickly go through the papers, I'll just stall here for a bit.
You're good.
Talk a little bit about the elements they can visually really pick out. And so go.
Well, just for those that are new, this event on the Junior Grand Prix series this year, the rhythm dance, the first portion of the competition, has to have the feeling and essence of the 1990s. And over the past few seasons, the ice dance competition has been governed by different themes, and that has been often a decade of choice. This year is the 1990s. And as we see the team from America on camera now, they're working through one of the required elements that is in the junior rhythm dance, whereby they have to perform a sequence of both the rumba and the quick step. And the rumba and the quick step were both originally first performed in 1938 in an ice rink in London, and those steps have been competed at junior and sometimes senior international competitions for decades in the ice dance competition, but now it is part of the rhythm dance and all the teams must do the same steps. We're seeing some of those done now, and in those elements the technical panel will be looking very specifically at certain steps. And if those steps are done with deep enough, clean enough edges and correct foot placement, the teams can achieve a higher level. And so that will differentiate some of the technical scores for the various different teams competing. We'll have the twizzles as well, which are one of the most risky, would we say, or the most prone to mistake?
They're the most visible for a non-skating person to sort of recognize. They're do side-by-side sort of spinning movements as they're moving across the ice, and they are risky because one wrong edge or you hit a toe pick and you take a fall, then you lose a lot. Also it takes synchronicity, if you will, as we take a look at them right now on the screen. So it is hard, and I think the skaters would say that's the riskiest element for them too.
Yeah, and in the rhythm dance, they're titled as sequential twizzles. can only have one step between the first and the second. And you'll see all of the teams as we look at some of the favorites for this event, the Ukrainian team, Pegina and Koval. You'll see them all going for level 4. The same for the lift. So one short lift for the rhythm dance, more lifts in the free dance, the second portion of the competition. And we assume that in that element, most teams will achieve the maximum level 4. And I think that's something that might be reviewed.
Yeah,
I
no,
would
it's a good
suggest
point.
that would
We're
be something
talking
that
about
would be reviewed.
changes in the future, and everybody gets a level 4 left, and make it a little bit more difficult, perhaps.
Or it continues to be relatively easy, but we see greater push for quality, so that the higher grades of execution. And as we started to look at the senior events upcoming, we do notice that the teams in the senior competition are going for level 4, of course, but trying more difficult creative lifts to secure a higher grade of execution than that which we see from the juniors. Tend, as a generalization, to go for easier features that still get level 4, but perhaps less.
And certainly the juniors, we've talked about this in all the disciplines, not just ice dance, is that you will see quite the spread of difference between the quality of the basic skating skills. So the technical element's that's another issue, but the degree of difficulty of that. But from ice dance, the basic skating skills are so critical, and such a main part of this discipline.
It really, really is, and be interesting for. I'd love to hear from people that are watching and to hear how many of them are ice dancers or how many of them are simply fans of the sport. But I'm not sure if on YouTube and the streaming you can quite see the differentiation between the teams in regards to the quality of their stroking. And so it's such a fine detail, but the way in which these ice dance teams bend their knees and ankles and use their edges to take every single stroke, it's harder perhaps to articulate, but it is so important and will be such a huge gauge as to how to differentiate these teams. Those that go into the ice the most, the ones that work their knees and ankles the most, will show the best skating skills, and that will govern the results here.
Yeah, and it may seem like a difficult detail for a non-skating person to pick up,
Yeah.
but the judge, believe me, the judges and the technical panel and the coaches, they're all trained to see all of those qualities. As we get started here on day 2 with the rhythm dance, starring Mark Hanradi.
No.
Here we go. Our first team represents Ukraine, both born in Odessa, Irina Pegina and Artem Koval.
And it seems ironic that it is this team that will open this second day of competition. One of the likely favourites, not just for this event, but potentially for the final in Nagoya, Japan. Irina and Artem hoping to secure their ticket as they start their competition with the rhythm dance. Ukraine's Irina Pedgina and Artem Koval open up the second day of competition with their rhythm dance. And as I say, ironic that they have drawn first to skate as some of the heavy favourites. And they, as we see, Luka Imidashvili, the Lithuanian skater, supporting them ringside. They had an early practice this morning by being drawn to skate first. They will have had to skate at 6:30 for their practice today. And this was a skate which totally showcases their quality and their strength and the reason that they are heavy favourites. I thought it was perhaps a little bit conservative as they paced themselves throughout this event.
And how would you sort of define conservative in rhythm dance? A little slower, do you mean?
It appeared maybe a little safer of a skate, or maybe it was just not quite as intense performance level as we have perhaps occasionally seen from them, but job totally done. And as we look back at these replays, you can see why they are contenders, because their body control, their body alignment, their match with one another is so well trained, so well taught, so clean in its movement. The only little thing here, I thought they had a mismatch on this slide. Yeah,
a little bit. Yeah.
But I mean, that's
real picky.
Hyper picky.
Yeah, it's okay.
And here, you can just see the quality of a team that have worked together so long. And we were talking about rotational lift and everybody likely to get level 4. Just the choice of features there, the quality and strength of Artem doing the rotational lift feature on one foot. So secure, so solid, so easy to judge.
Yeah, you can tell the quality overall of this team. It's just, they skate as one. They're not trying to grab for each other. Skating skills are solid for both, equal level. We should see a pretty good score. They have a 67.83 is their personal best, but 63.08 is their season's best. So they're looking to top that season's best here in Gdansk.
And I think they had a tough off-season with illness for Irina, and good to see them here consistent and as ever united with their longtime coach Galina Chirulova, who supported them for so many years.
So many years.
And now, maybe by skating as early in this event, now they have hopefully a longer gap between their free dance. They will extend their break time, a bigger recovery time.
As we'll take a look at their rhythm dance scores right now. First team out, 65.69, season's best. And that'll put them in first place, of course, in the first team. But they have set the standard, and the standard is high.
The standard is high.
This is their new season's best.
There's a look at our next team representing Great Britain, Mimi Marley-Davis and Joseph Black. They're both born in London.
And Mimi and Joe returning to the Junior Grand Prix fresh from their win at the Bolero Cup, the inaugural ice dance event taking place in Sheffield. And hopefully that has boosted their confidence as they skate to Men in Black and Cosmic Girl.
Just in case we ever face to face and make contact. The title held by me, MIB, means what you think you saw, you did not see. So don't blink, be what was dead is now gone. Black suit with the black gray bands on. Walk in shadow, move the silence, guard against extraterrestrial violence. But we ain't on no government list, we straight don't exist, no names and no fingerprints. So don't fear us, cheer us, if you ever get near us, don't jeer us, we're fearless. And my bees freezing up all flag. Men in black, and
Great Britain's Mimi Marler-Davies and Joseph Black sharing a hug at the conclusion of their rhythm dance. And so interesting to see the different approaches from the different teams already. And Mimi and Joseph showcasing so much clarity of movement regarding the arms, the heads, the detailing that they have added as supplementary to their skating stuff. Really, really clear. And that testament to not just them, their coaches and their choreographer, but just also their own work as dancers themselves on the floor.
And so looking forward, where do you think their improvements will come over the next, well, really the next 6 months or so, even in the next year?
The comparison will be we might get a chance to look back at the compulsory dance elements, the pattern dance elements, and we will see the difference in the pattern and the ice coverage compared to the more experienced Pagena and Koval. And so here we see the rumba steps, and now if they can manage to just go deeper into their knees and ankles, they'll manage to cover more ice and let each of these edges cover, flow and glide greater to push their components and their skating skills up closer to the likes of the sevens that the leaders have currently. You can see just not as deep into the knees and ankles as yet at this stage, but they are a young team, just 14 and 18.
Wow.
But here, little things like between the twizzles, I was really mindful of the amount of effort and detailing that was going in through arms and heads, as we see, again, confirmation of that through the non-touch step sequence. And here we'll see, as they work the edges, the consistency and solidity of their ankles for each of the ingoing and outgoing edges. That'll be something they'll continue to work on to try to secure higher levels. It's a level 1 for both on the diagonal step currently, whereas it was a 2 for the Ukrainian team that lead. So more clean turns called. That's knees and ankles.
There they go. The glasses are on.
But I don't think you're going to get, you might get few strong characters, as good characters as this.
Yeah.
They're a good team, good vibes.
Mimi and Joseph.
They have a 49.12, and they beat that by a lot here with a 51.63 season's best. And they are thrilled. Joseph's sort of kind of cool.
Everybody.
There we go. Figured it out. And a handshake. There we go. Good job. That puts them currently into second place. There's a look at our next team, and they represent Poland. Laura Belsurska and David Diachenko.
On the ice, representing Poland.
And this team competing in Riga have subsequently changed some of the music in the rhythm dance since that event. Wanted something more energetic and fun.
If you wanna be my lover, you gotta get with my friends. Make it last forever. Friendship never ends. If you wanna be my lover, you have got to give. Taking is too easy, but that's the way it is. So here's a story from A to Z. You wanna get with me, you gotta listen carefully. We got M in the place who likes it in your face. You got G like MC, who likes it on a easy V, doesn't come for free. She's a real lady. And as for me, how you'll see, slam your body down and wine it all around. Slam your body down and wine it all around. Hold tight. Hold tight.
Laura Balcerska and David Diachenko, the first of the Polish skaters competing in Gdansk today on the second day of competition. And they complete their rhythm dance. And when it comes to thinking of music, essence
Laura
and feeling of the
Balcerska i Dawid
1990s, I didn't know
Jaczenko,
Spice Girls were
reprezentanci
truly
Polski.
global, because obviously as a Brit they were
Yeah.
pretty influential, but
Yeah.
great to see that the Spice Girls making their way to Polish resonance for 1990s.
And it's interesting we talked about that because when you talk about the 1990s and then you hear when we were in Beijing, you hear a 1990s from Beijing. So I didn't know that song. Well,
Yes.
of course, because it's different 1990s from a different part of the world, right? So that was pretty cool.
And actually that's a question that we've had as Laura heads to take some big cuddly toys thrown on for them. Questions that we've had in online about music choices, and we'll reference that in the next warm-up group. But for now, a chance to enjoy Laura and David's performance as they head towards Sylvia Novak-Trabaka. We love Sylvia already, but Sylvia has gifted us with some goodies whilst we've been here, so we love her even more now.
Yes, exactly.
Just looking back at the opening as they set the scene and the tone for their 1990s. Arms above the head, that's a feature, as is the leg position for a level. And then just looking to see the little breaks in rotation. So unfortunately for Laura, she's just coming in at a level 1 in those twizzles, so I'm pretty sure the technical panel just dropping the level based on breaks in rotation. Really good back outside edge as part of the rumba, and they have a level 3 on that, which is really impressive. And now a chance to look at the midline step sequence. And we'll call it some return. So this is a forward inside counter turn. That's a difficult turn to potentially up the level of the team. And then they're allowed to stop within this step sequence to keep pushing up the component scores. And as is often the case, finishing with the rotational lift, they're using a change of pose to up the level to level 4, as we would expect to see from the team as they give a very 1990s peace sign to finish. I love to see how happy and joyful the teams are.
Yeah, it's a big, exciting experience for teams, particularly the ones that are here, or single skaters as well, for the first time, to be in the Junior Grand Prix, to practice, to get ready, to get excited, to get nervous, then to compete, and then to have a good skate, then to sit in the kiss and cry, and know that their friends and family and schoolmates back home probably watching. So it's a special experience.
Laura i Dawid uzyskali w
Rhythm
tańcu
dance score
rytmicznym
41.78. That's a new
41,78
season's
setnych.
best for this team,
Jest to
and
ich
that'll put
najlepszy
them
wynik
currently
w tym sezonie.
in the third place.
Zajmują obecnie trzecie miejsce. Laura Balcerska and David Diachenko from Poland have earned new rhythm dance 41.78 total points. This is their new season's best. They are currently in third place.
Our final team in group number 1
Przed
represent the
państwem
United States of
reprezentanci Stanów
America.
Zjednoczonych. Next
Sophia
skate,
Fenge, born
representing
in
the
San
United
Diego,
States of
and
America.
Wills Middlecoff,
Sophia
born
Fenge
in
and Wales
Wisconsin.
Middlecoff.
And interesting stats on this team. Sophia actually started skating in Plymouth with Clive Shorten, a former British champion in singles.
Wow.
And Wiles has a game that he's built that's on the Apple App Store. These are cool people. Skating to Cosmic Girl and
I must have died and gone to heaven, 'cause it was 11:15 on a Saturday in 1999. Do I have to go start tricking? 'Cause it's you I should be checking. So she leaves a female with her cosmic eyes. Oh, yeah. She's just a cosmic girl. Oh, yeah. From another galaxy. My heart's in zero gravity. She's from a cosmic world. Letting me in ecstasy. Transmitting on my frequency. She's cosmic. I used to put my faith in worship, but then my chance to get to heaven slim. You know I heard that boogie rhythm. Hey, I had no choice but to get down, 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 dance. Nothing left for me to do but dance. All these bad times I'm going through, just dance. Hey, got candy in my ears tonight, baby. Hey, I've got to dance out all the nasty things that people say. Dance out, but I'm gonna make it anyway. Dance out, but I'm gonna make it anyway. Dance out, got candy in my ears tonight, baby. You know this boogie is my ears, yeah. Gonna dance my blues away tonight. You know, hey, DJ, let the music play, let the music dance all night. Got candy in my ears tonight, baby.
Sophia and Wiles from the United States of America completing their rhythm dance. And I just noted, Ted, that for this team, using
Sophia Fenge
Cosmic
i
Girl
Wiles
with
Middlecoff, Stany
1999 as a lyric within the music was a perfect choice, really, for this 1990s rhythm dance. And the team skating, I think, really well. I really appreciated the energy at the start of the program. Some good choreography, and I like the dance break when they were in the non-touch step sequence as they head towards Coach Adrian. Already vibing and giving appropriate energy to the judging panel. Sharp.
Yeah, really crisp.
And here's Teddy into steps 9 to 11, the key point section. Looking for that Choctaw step to be called cleanly. And like many of the teams, actually, level 3 so far. And using the constantly moving arms as a feature, they cannot break in the movement of the arms. And that's being, I think, being reviewed. A little out of sync, but a new team, so all things considered, it's amazing they've done what they have done in such a short space of time. And my understanding is that Sophia, she had a long break from skating and then returned to the sport when she and her family moved back to the States, and then competed a little bit in the solo dance competition before she partnered up with Wiles.
Yeah, and I can see with Sophia, I mean, she's got great energy in her dance, and she is a dancer. Her skating skills still need some work, of course, just to make sure that her weight is over the skate that she's on, so she shifts from one to the other, and that's just a little slower at the moment. Nice rotational lift at the end, level 4.
Interesting that you acknowledged it, because Sophia did a lot of ballet, and you can see that in her body awareness, but hasn't had perhaps the same volume
Yep.
of time on the skates. So that would be
exactly, and that's not criticism. It's just
The scores, please.
analyze, if you will, and that'll come in time as she gets, because you've said she's been away for quite a bit. So let's take a look at the score: 51.16 for Sophia and Wiles, and that'll put them currently into third place.
Sophia Fage and Wiles Middlecow from the United States of America.
Both
were
17 years old, so they certainly have a number of
51.16
years
total
left
points.
in juniors
They're
here to
currently in
continue
third
to
place.
hone their craft.
Let's
Let's take a look at the standings after the first four teams. Up next, group number 2. And you go to your phone.
We scooted through that.
Yeah, we
Warm
did.
up.
Okay.
Okay,
We have questions.
There we go. We do?
Are you ready?
As long as there's somebody else's questions, because if they're yours, I don't like them.
Mine are a little
Yeah, they're
scarier.
weird.
Although
No, they're weird.
some of the questions that have come in today I might have to warm up to.
Okay.
So I'll start with an acknowledgement of our need to keep learning.
Okay.
The question has come from @CrystalSNW. It's not a question, but just a note that when you say Zhuang Qi, it's Qi, not Ki. Basically, somebody helping us out with our pronunciation.
Okay, which name was the song?
It's for, I think, one of the Chinese pair teams that we will see compete in the free skate later on. And this would give us the opportunity to say we are very much open to pronunciation help.
We are. I'm going to just say one thing, though. However, I have been, and I'm bad at it, everybody knows that, but I have been given quite often completely different pronunciations of names by different people.
Okay.
And it's very frustrating because everybody in their own mind knows a name by a certain way, and that's the way they pronounce it, right?
Yes.
But then somebody says, no, that's wrong. And so you don't know which way to go. That's the problem. So anyways, but however, we do really much appreciate the support. Yeah.
We really do appreciate the help, and it's also really good to acknowledge that there are occasions when we get quite anxious when we turn the page and we see a name that has a
You're
whole
going,
lot of
"Oh
consonants
my God."
together.
That's called stress.
That is one of the. Actually, I dare say that's one of the most stressful things about our job. Anyway, moving on.
Yes, quickly, please.
Yes. Next question comes in from @AllYearFSC, All Year Figure Skating Club, which I think I know that rink. I think
Yeah,
that
that's
might
from
be-
California, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
The question is, how much time does it take you to prepare to comment on each skater? So, do you want to go?
It's hard to measure the time. I mean, really, we have bios to work off. That's the technical information. Then there's the personal information, which Mark does a lot of research on and trying to find, and we're going to try to streamline that because it's a remarkable amount of work and digging. And then the other concern also is to making sure that the information that we give on a broadcast is accurate. There's only so much. You have to trust people when they tell you something, but you want to have it from their mouth, if you will. So, I mean, I would say a couple days, really.
Yeah.
At least 2, maybe 2.5 days before each week. And then we're working every day before the event itself. We've got to get things organized. He still works on paper. He's killing the tree industry and prints out the paper, and he's got to get that in order. Of course, I work off an iPad and killing the tech industry.
I haven't seen a recycling bin here, which is a bit disconcerting.
Okay, you're off
Find
topic.
that.
So
Yeah,
anyway.
back to the. I would say that for
Yeah.
each event, I think for each group,
Mhm.
I'd say about an hour per group of research trying. But
Yeah.
however, that said, there are some, and this is actually why it's good to hear about the support and helping with the pronunciations. There are some athletes that it's just very hard to find information on, and then you feel a sense of responsibility to try harder to amass more information.
Yep.
But it's just with young athletes, especially, and some that have different social media or no internet resource for us to gain information on, we just cannot.
Yeah,
fit.
and I think in Japan, I know when they do competition, they either have the pronunciations of the names phonetically spelled out, or they have the skater actually say it so you get that information. But we don't have that. I mean, we're doing the best we can with a whole variety of different nations from around the world and cultures, and so I think we need to look into some process with that. Anyways, carry on. I diverted.
No, but I think we'll take that. And so in our prep, then we tried actually when we were in Beijing at the Skates to Milano event to request the skaters and their coaches and their teams to send us any details and any information, and we would be more than happy to share that. That said, if you want to just hear us rambling on, we can do that too if we have to.
Couples, there is
No,
1 minute
we can
left
ramble
in this
during
warm-up.
warm-up, but we
We
can't
should not
ramble during
ramble,
the
yeah.
event. Okay.
Okay,
Quick one.
quick one.
Ooh.
Can you instantly recognize most choreographers? For me, sadly, it's the only.
Oh, you
the
mean
few that I
you
love
mean
and
the
hate
skating
most.
or the person?
the choreographer. So the question comes from @Terpsithea, and I actually think I understand where they're coming from. There are some programs that I see and I think, oh, I can recognize that stylistic work. Now there are some choreographers that have built up an international reputation that do a lot of material, and we all have our style. I know I have my choreo style, and people could see that.
But I think the best choreographers they study the skater that they're working with. And bring out what that skater would be able to do. And so then you don't really recognize the style because it's the style of the skater that works best for them, right? So I think, the top choreographers, you're going, this is so good, it's probably so-and-so, but I don't recognize the style because the style is adapted to the skater. Okay, we are now finished. Good job.
Oh,
Okay,
thank you
wait a
to those
second.
that
Who's
sent
up
questions
next?
in. There were many more.
Okay, that's good because we got a long day here. As usual.
Przed Państwem
Well, there's our next team.
reprezentanci Czech.
They represent
On the
Czechia.
ice representing Czechia.
Diane Schneider
Diana
and
Schneider
Joachim
and Joachim
Novak.
And Diane and Joachim competed in Varese at the Junior Grand Prix there. They were a little disappointed with their free dance in Varese. It wasn't a reflection of what they can do in practice, hoping to give their best version of themselves in this rhythm dance as they skate to What Is Love and Can't Heat.
What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more. Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more. What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more. Hey DJ, let the music play. I'm gonna live this party life. Heat in my heels tonight. Got candy in my heels tonight. Come on and dance, brother. Come on and dance. This boogie is for real. Dance. Let the music play. I'm gonna live this party life. DJ, blow my cares away. I'm gonna live this party life. You know this boogie is my real guy. So much candy in my ears, yeah. Don't dance, I'll blow us away tonight. Dance, woo. Nothing left for me to do but dance. All these bad times I'm going through, just dance. Hey, got candy in my ears tonight, baby. You know I got candy in my ears. Dance.
Czechia's Diane Schneider and Joachim Novak complete their rhythm dance to continuation of Jamiroquai. Jamiroquai seems very popular in this event thus far. We've had a lot of Backstreet Boys previously, but it seems that Jamiroquai is the band of choice
Diana
as
Schneider
they
i
take their
Joachim
bow.
Novak,
Now we
reprezentanci
look to
Czech.
the technical panel for the analysis of that performance, and like so many others before them, they're pretty successful on key points in the rumba, but less so in the quick step. How nice to see there Diane and Joachim sharing appreciation for each other as they take a bow to one another.
Yeah, and only 2 reviews out of the 5 elements. That's pretty nice and clean. You like to see no reviews.
Matej Novak, the coach there. It's just amazing, really, having not seen the dancers compete yet in this event, to see the amazing level of performance as Diana and Joachim smiling so confidently and boldly. There, key point for the quick step, the inside edges, and then here's a change of edge there. That is a key point for the man, the final step there of the quick step. Little mismatch there in the number of rotations. It's only 4 rotations that are required for level 4. I think Joachim did 5, but maybe they were intended to do 5. You can do more. That can potentially be a boost for the grade of execution. And now I look back at the non-touch step sequence and how many of these difficult turns there, the outside closed mohawk, could potentially be callable. And their Choctaw step, or an S step if you're in Canada.
Yes, and nice pickup. She flipped out backwards, and he picked her up going backwards and right up on the shoulder. So that was kind of cool. A little bit of a half twist on the lift.
And doing more, not for the level necessarily, more difficulty for the grade of execution, as we discussed within the warm-ups. I love to see how the teams, this is a new thing, that we get to see the heart shaped, which we adore, but also a lot of the teams so proud to showcase the flag of the nation that they skate for.
Diana i Joachim uzyskali w tańcu
Rhythm dance score,
54
season's best, 54.28 for Diane and Joachim, and I'm pretty happy with that, and that'll put them currently into second place.
Diana Schneider and Joachim Novak from Czechia have earned in rhythm dance 54.28 total points. This is their new season's best. They're currently in second place.
Good job, team.
Our next team
Przed państwem
represents Poland.
reprezentanci Polski.
Elizaveta
Reprezentanci
Lisowa
Poland.
and Jakub
Elizaveta
Janicki.
Lisowa and Jakub Janicki.
And great to hear the support and see the Polish flag waved in support of Lisova and Janicki. They another team that competed in Varese. They were 20th at that event. And they have some Jennifer Lopez for their rhythm dance.
No me ames porque piensas que parezco diferente.
Tú no piensas que es lo justo ver pasar el tiempo juntos.
No me ames que comprendo la mentira que sería.
Si tu amor no merezco, no me ames, más quédate otro día. Let's get Let's get
Elizaveta Lisova and Jakub Janicki representing Poland, and you can see Jakub just struggling to come to terms with the mistakes that were made. Unfortunately for him, there's a little mistake on the curve left, and I think he incurred another fall just off camera, fortunately. Maybe I shouldn't have brought it up.
Yeah.
Didn't need to acknowledge it.
No.
But perhaps the
Elizaveta Lisova i Jakub
pressure of
Janicki,
having a
Polska.
home crowd to support them
Yeah.
a little bit overwhelming.
Just a loss of balance on the exit of the lift, and then right at the end, just sort of the, trying to capture the energy of the moment, and he just fell a little bit back on his heels and lost his balance.
But it's a shame, because actually I was going to comment on what a good curve lift entry it was. It was a difficult and impressively well done entry. As they make their way to their coach, Justyna Slutowska, who has actually been amazing. She has been announcing for the first day of competition. So she's doubled up, not just as coach of skaters.
Right.
She's got teams ready to compete, but she has also been supporting all of the athletes, announcing and preparing this event in Gdansk.
Yeah, I think I walked by her in the first day, and she loves doing this.
Yeah.
She loves helping out. Such a great group of people here.
And as we look back at the twizzle, actually good leg control of the Group B feature. And you can see Elizaveta just struggling a little bit on the second twizzle. And here a chance to look back at the quick step. And here inside edges, left inside, right inside edge, that's a key point. And then this little change edge inside to outside for the man. Actually, I thought that was pretty good. It's called. Yeah, it was good. This was great. Such a difficult entry. And he in the hydroglide position, a feature. She in the split. Beautifully
See what
done.
happens right here. He lets go of her and does it. Oh, he catches his
You know
toe.
what?
Yeah.
And it's actually, very unfortunately, that is the difficult exit. That twizzle, the bar and the twizzle were part of a feature within the curve lift. So even though they were down from the lift, it will still impact the grade of execution, which is really tough for the team. But this is all developmental stuff for Elizaveta and Jakub. And such an opportunity for them to learn. Oh, you don't want to see it.
Yeah.
Put it away.
And he just lost his balance at the end.
We need to coordinate with the cameras to make sure that they help support the skater.
Yeah. Okay, come on. Jeez. That means not covering them at all, because they could fall at any point.
But now, opportunity again for Elizaveta and Jakub to see beyond that mistake, park that mistake, park those challenges, and then be really present in watching the others, really consciously absorbing all that they can from seeing what some of these stronger, more experienced teams are doing, so that when Justyna, their coach, is asking that of them in a couple of weeks' time in training, they've got a visual reference point for what is more.
Elizaveta's just 14.
Yeah.
And Jakub is 17. So it is a young team with lots of time to continue to develop. That's the great thing about the Junior Grand Prix, is you have a longer career now as they've changed the age for the entry into seniors. So you have more time to develop and be ready for seniors when you get there.
Just waiting for the final analysis from the technical panel. They're just looking back over at the midline step sequence. So to have it a level, you need to have a clean, difficult turn.
And it is more work for the technical panel, certainly, when they have a team that's had some struggles and some mistakes along. They've got to take a look at it. They've got to get it accurate.
Yep. And the further things that have happened, a couple of falls, but then there was an extended lift, so it's gone over the 8 seconds managed or required maximum time for the team. And that, the risk that they had with the amazing entry that I loved, that's delayed their time in the difficult
You
position.
can see that worried look for Elizaveta, just sort of going through the program, and she'll feel all sorts of different things right now, just trying to cope with the program where it's at, waiting for the scores, worried about that. It's something that all skaters, particularly young ones, she's just 14, have to go through and learn that process is, and how to process it quickly and then stabilize yourself as you move forward.
And, it's important for us to acknowledge that whilst there were mistakes, they have got together, they've got material, they've got their 1990s rhythm dance, and they are deservedly representing Poland on this stage. So much to be proud of, and so much still to come with the free dance.
Exactly, They don't look all the good.
Elizaveta i Jakub uzyskali
Take a look at the scores, 32.58. That will put this team currently into 6th place.
Obecnie 6. miejsce. Elizaveta Lisova and Jakub Janicki from Poland have earned in rhythm dance 32.58 total points. They're currently in 6th place.
And there is a look at our next team. They represent Italy.
Przed Państwem reprezentanci
Matilda
Włoch.
Petracchi and
Alias
Pietro
representing
Rota.
Italy. Matilda Petracchi and Pietro Rota.
And last week it was Matilda's twin, Vittoria, who competed. Now, turn for Matilda and Pietro. And again, Jennifer Lopez, the soundtrack for this rhythm dance. Matilda Petracchi and Pietro Rota. And I again made a mistake with this team in regards to the siblings' participation. It was this team that competed last week in Baku, and now they had the challenge of competing in
Matilda
back-to-back
Petracchi i
events.
Pietro Rota. Włochy.
Perhaps that's the reason behind the little mistake that was incurred by Pietro in the diagonal step sequence. We've discussed the analysis of competing in back-to-back assignments and how for some it can be positive and for some it can be a challenge as they head towards Coach Raffaella.
Yeah, but interesting, even if you make a mistake, it's still a benefit because you're learning so much in a 2-week period of time, all about competition. Otherwise, you go home and train and you're learning how to train and you're getting yourself ready. But if you want to learn about competition, you got to do it.
So true. And I thought with this team, obviously I made the mistake about their participation in the last assignment, but immediately you did see more quality skating skills than that of some of the others that we have seen thus far. As we look back at the sequential twizzles, ever so slightly out of sync. However, coming in at a level 4 for both, which isn't something that all of the teams have had, as they work through their rumba steps. And again, these are the steps: this inside edge, an outside edge, and an inside edge. That will be something that the technical panel are scrutinizing, both the foot placement and the clarity of the edge, to try to ascertain how many key points are achieved. And here, they're giving their 90s feeling. You can see though that this team a little bit more reserved, less sharp and crisp than some of the others that have had more experience This team so new. Oh no, I think we're going to see what I don't want to see.
I think it's just up here.
There's the bracket.
You have to just see. Part of the
it's
sport
not-
right there on the
Oh,
twizzle
yeah,
the knee
my
slide.
God.
Yeah.
The problem is, if there's a fall within the element, it has a bigger consequence because the judges have to go down -5 in the grade of execution. So their step sequence is kind of massacred in terms of a technical element score because the fall took place within that element and it's a big value element. But Coach Rafaela Kazaniga is a choreographer, making sure that they take the time to acknowledge and thank the people that have supported them.
40.54 for the rhythm dance. That'll put Matteo and Pietro currently into 6th place.
Really hoping they have good free dance tomorrow, positive vibes, good energy, good practice tomorrow. And let's see it turn around in the free dance to come.
Well, there is a look at the third of the Polish teams here in the rhythm dance. Sofia Garon and David Kaminski.
And this team really, really new to international competition, given the chance to compete here in their home event.
Step by step, ooh baby, gonna get to you, girl. Step by step.
Poland's Zofia Gauron and David Kaminski. And for me, Ted, watching this is a team that obviously does not have the same experience or the same training time, I assume, to that of the others which you've seen with the likes of Podgina and Koval, the leaders who have got so much international competitive
We
experience.
always talk about this when we see the wide range of abilities and talent that we've seen in the Junior Grand Prix. It's what makes the Junior Grand Prix the Junior Grand Prix. It's special because people from around the world can come to this, and you're going to have completely different levels. So if you're going to tune in and try to watch senior skating, you're not going to see that.
No.
You're going to see developing teams as we see here. I think they were very smart with keeping it as simple as they possibly can so that it's doable for this team.
And it was, for me, when I was watching Zofia and David, as you see them working through the twizzles, level 1 for both, I just thought, yeah, they're not competitive. Yeah, they've got a lot to learn. But I know so many skaters that wish that they were still out there performing. And there's joy in that movement. And there's joy in the fact that they're out there told this is such a
And the
cool
great
moment for them.
No, it's important. But you don't know that this team, because it's difficult for them as their learning process, might become great coaches. You don't know that. So the thing is, participation and involvement from teams such as this and countries as well around the world, which is expanding, as we've talked about on the Junior Grand Prix, it's critical to building the future for the sport. So it's not about skating not being brilliant. It's about their participation and joy. Look at it. And who knows where their life will take them.
And I remember hearing commentary of a Swiss team that went on to be really brilliant, where the commentator said, oh, this is their highest they can achieve. I don't know. All the power to Zofia and David. Let's hope that they can go on, learn from this, and improve meteorically.
Absolutely. 28 or 26.86 for Sophia and David. And that'll put them currently into 8th place. And that is exactly their level of development at this stage. And we know it takes many more hours and lots more experience to continue to improve. Okay, Mark, we are on the very first ice resurfacing of the day. What have you got lined up for a video playback?
The first of very many.
Yes.
During this ice resurface, we can be treated to hearing the interview with the winners from last week in Baku, France's Ombre Perrier Giannassini and Samuel Blanc.
They were great. I enjoyed that. That was fun. Yeah, go ahead.
And then, our Peliot video. Is that us? I think that might
That's
be
us. I think so.
Dun, dun, dun.
New outfits. Okay, is that it?
That's all I got. Sorry.
Okay. Okay, thank you. We're going to take a short break during the ice resurfacing. We'll be back live from Gdansk right after this. Here in Baku with the ice dance champions, Amber Perrier, Giannassini, and Samuel Blanc Klapperman, 162.21. First of all, congratulations. Outstanding program. I want to ask you, where did the theme of Tarzan come up? And what did you think about it when you first heard about it?
First, we're gonna say thank you.
At first, Brian came with the idea of skating on this, our coach, and then we didn't really like it, or we didn't see where it could go. But then later in the season, at the end of our season, he spoke again about it, and we thought it could be a great idea.
Yeah, and the team of Tarzan also now become like from the childish things. Just from the film was really nice, and the music are incredible. I love them.
Well, it's certainly something different, and it was absolutely outstanding and very, very powerful. Tell me a little bit about your coaching team. What do you admire most? What do you learn most from this team?
Probably that, as you said, Olivier is a world champion, so I can say that I admire that he's really calm, and he's always like saying to me that I have no reason to be stressed or something, because I know who I am, he knows who I am, who we are, and he believes in us. And we trust him because he was so long time on this
so
world.
good. And I want to ask you, what do you most admire about your partner?
She is.
You better think fast here.
Empathy, like how I don't know how we'd say it in English, but empathy, like
Empathy, yeah.
She understands very well others' emotion, and she is very emotional too, which had something beautiful in the couple.
Okay, now you about your partner.
Oh, I'm gonna say that he is sorry, he's really hard worker. I mean, it's a lot of one of the most quality he have, but he have a lot. And I would say that it's because of him that we work that much. Because on my previous ring, I was kind of lazy, I would say, but it was a long time ago. So I would say that this is great because he's like this, and he's a super grateful skater. I'm so happy now to skate with him because for me, he's the best skater in the world in junior. So
Well, and
winner.
yeah, you have to love her honesty, that's for sure, and her sense of humor. Last question now. Do you see yourselves, because this is a great performance and a really good score, do you see yourselves as potential contenders for the World Junior title?
I mean, this year we are working for this. We know we have all the chance to get this place. So we will work and give our best during all this season to get what we want.
Yeah, the point is like to get better on everything, better and better, and be better than the others.
Yeah.
So that's what we work for.
Well, you're well and you're well, and congratulations on such a wonderful performance here. And you're sitting now in a good spot for the Junior Grand Prix final, right?
Yeah.
Well, congratulations. We have 2 more events to go, so we'll see how it all turns out. Congratulations. We hope to see you in Nagoya. The champions here in Baku.
Thank you.
Here in Gdansk, Poland, Ted and I are delighted to be wearing clothing by Pelliot, the ISU's official sportswear provider through 2030.
They announced that in Beijing at the Skate to Milano competition. We got this new gear. Love it. It is light. It is warm. I've got beautiful gloves on. The jacket is fantastic. You've got the rain gear on as well, Mark.
Yes, and it totally aligns with the ISU's Vision 2030 as well, so we couldn't be happier to be wearing this amazing gear.
Welcome to nature, Pelliot and the ISU.
Rozpoczynamy rozgrzewkę trzeciej grupy zawodników. The following couples may not take the ice for the warm-up. From Estonia, Ksenia Sedunova and Miriam Koryagi. From the United States of America, Grace Fisher and Luke Fisher. From Canada, Laila Valen and Alexander Brandis. From Sweden, Sharon Chang and Axel Mackenzie.
Welcome back to Gdansk for the Solidarity Cup 2025. This is the penultimate stage of the International Skating Union's Junior Grand Prix Series 2025, and so exciting to be on the second day of competition and seeing the rhythm dance underway, the 1990s rhythm dance. We have seen already 8 teams compete, with a further 9 yet to come.
You're looking at me. You're not introducing me.
Oh yeah, I'm not very good at that. I forget to do that. You always do that really well with me, and I never acknowledge. Mr. Ted Barton is in the building.
Okay, here we go. Here we go. Okay, so
Ice dance expert, Mr. Ted.
And we always fill the yes, of course. We always fill the warm-up sessions with some questions and whatnot. And do you have any? Oh, we have not picked the magic team.
Oh yes.
That we're going to do that. The tech panel on. Anyways, we'll announce that after. We'll pick it. You're just gonna.
Well, actually, we've had a question come in, which was pertinent to one of the teams that we have already seen performing earlier today. The question comes in from @NVTalia, and she says, "Can you collaborate with Jeremy Fleming?" Now, Jeremy Fleming is a listed coach and choreographer for one of the teams already. It was Lisava and Janiki, one of the Polish ice dance teams that competed earlier. And in my research, others have asked about how much research and preparation that we do. And I was looking up, often I look up the skaters, and if I can't find information on the skaters, I look up the coaches. The name Jeremy Fleming, I think I had seen already online, but he is a wonderful, wonderful skater that has some really incredible social media content, viral content of his skating with amazing mood lighting, creative concepts, and he's super, super cool. And so it was very interesting that then NVTalia would contact the ISU and ask if we would collaborate with him. I would love nothing more than to collaborate with Jeremy Fleming. He sees like a creative, artistic, wonderful contributor to the sport.
His work.
Yeah, I think probably it's the kind of, viral content that would make its way into our consciousness somehow, because we as ice skaters would see that kind of stuff.
Yeah, you're gonna have to show me.
Super cool.
Okay.
So yes, if somebody can facilitate that, I'd be delighted to do that. Other questions pertaining quite often to the single skaters, so we look forward to discussing some of that throughout the course of the day. We will go on from this rhythm dance event to the pairs competition, and then subsequently to the women's event, and we will bring up those questions then. But we continue to thank all those that have sent in questions, and would be delighted to have more. We can acknowledge that the ISU now has some more photos of us to add to that social media post, because quite often over the past 6 weeks we've seen our ugly mugs in the same picture, and now there are different pictures of us.
I mean, yours is not an ugly mug. Mine might be. This is for sure, but it's okay. Anyways,
So that's that. And other pertinent question that has just come in, which is for you to hear, Ted.
You're pausing.
Well,
I'm getting nervous.
Yeah, you should be. This is in relation to our comedy mocking of one another yesterday. It's from @Terp Also, tell Ted, nerd, weirdo, psycho skating fan forever. Mark, don't let him bully you. So we acknowledged yesterday during the course of the first day of competition here that I am a bona fide skating geek. But I actually think you are too. You're just cooler about accepting it.
No, yeah, I think you are. When you live your whole life in the sport and all the different roles and responsibilities that I've done, you can call me a geek, an old geek. That'll be more appropriate for sure. But no, I'd say that in jest and in fun. My gosh, I mean, I wish there were more. And there are more. There are lots of people out there that are really, I don't know if the word's obsessed with it, impassioned by our sport so much that they know a lot about it. And I've met many fans around the world that love the sport so much they know, in some areas more than we would know, about certain skaters and whatnot. So
it actually gives
I
me
say
some
that
anxiety.
to me, the geek thing, that's a badge of honor. I think we should write geek or skating
ISU
geek.
Pelliot.
Yeah, exactly. So no, absolutely, I say that with great respect, of course. I do, honestly.
And so now we will continue to gain and amass as much information and intel to keep that status of skating geek, I actually need to make sure I do a good enough job on commentary today because my mother-in-law is listening.
Really?
Wee Annie is listening, so
Well,
to keep her engaged, I
Annie?
need to be...
We Annie? We's not the first name, is it?
No,
No.
I just call
no,
her
it's
that.
Annie. Annie, welcome to the broadcast. Your son-in-law is a very kind person.
Oh.
Very, very kind person. Excellent for the sport and for helping people like me.
She's cool too.
That's
Anyway,
cool.
back to the rhythm dance.
Okay, here we go. Group number 3 on day number 2 here in Gdansk. The rhythm dance, our first team. There they are. They represent Estonia.
Przed Państwem
They wait for
reprezentanci
their
Estonii.
names to be announced. Zenia Spinova and
Ksenia
Miran
Sapunova
Korrigan.
and Miron Koryagin.
And Xenia and Miron, like others already in this event, have changed parts of this rhythm dance since their first Junior Grand Prix in Riga. Even changed the costume a little bit and hoping with the changes that have been made for our better result in Gdansk at the Solidarity Cup. They skate to Rhythm is a Dancer and Beautiful Life. Estonia's Xenia Siponova and Miron Koryagin, and to me, Ted, amazing what a difference 5 weeks can make, because that performance, although not perfect, so much stronger than that which we
Ksenia
saw from
Sipunova
this
i
couple
Miron
in
Koryagin,
Riga. And
reprezentanci Estonii.
from memory, I think that Miron had acknowledged that sometimes it was hard to have the focus in the off-season, and maybe just now the competitive season underway, that's ignited the motivation to demand more from themselves.
Just remember that we start this Junior Grand Prix in August. That's still in the summer training period of time, so it's early on. They're not really, I don't mean ready, but they're not at their peak.
Yeah.
So we take a look at some of the elements here.
They're choosing to do a curve lift as opposed to the conventional rotational lift choice or short lift for the teams. A good example of the outside spread eagle. Here, the non-touch step sequence, there's a back choctaw. Good example of the back choctaw. and so much more synchronicity between Xenia and Miran, as I love this transitional difficulty.
I was
to
short on the
program.
replay. Sorry about that. I'm going, whoa, was that it? I didn't push the button to the nut. Here we go. Yeah.
But Xenia and Miran now looking back to the skating team that we saw last year at the Junior Grand Prix in Gdansk 2024, and that was when they achieved a 46.98. That's why, to me, then, when we saw them in Riga and they had only 33 points, I was confused, thinking, oh, the team doesn't look comparable to how they did. This much more reflective of their quality, and I'm so glad to see it. Well done to them for the hard work over the past 5
and I'm
weeks.
sure, like in another month or two, as we move along in the season, it's gonna be significantly better. And I think it's just a good point. We do start very early, and so we are seeing not only skaters in a development period for their career, they're in a development period for this year.
Yes.
Right. So it settles down and solidifies as you get into December, January, and February.
And then I suppose for Xenia and Miran, alongside their coaches, Leah and Tabi Ran, then it will be now building towards Junior Worlds. They went from 31st at Junior Worlds 2024, then they were 23rd in this year, well, last season, earlier this year. Now, keeping the pressure on their training, the motivation in their training to demand higher scores for next year's Junior Worlds.
You got to keep the whole picture in mind when you're looking at these skaters. Season's best, 44.40. That is 5th for Xenia and Miran.
Coach has got fancy gloves.
Yeah, I don't know. Are they like
Cats.
a rabbit or something? A cat?
Is that a cat?
You think so? Sure, one hat should be a cat, the other a dog. You know?
I was going to say a mouse, and they could chase each other.
No. Okay.
Okay. Anyway.
Our next team represents the United States of America, Grace and Luke Fisher.
And Ted, I saw just earlier today, Grace and Luke on their social media, a video of them starting their skating journey at very, very tender age. And amazing now to see the team that are soaring across the ice with lots of speed.
Now, I have not heard of their music, Cantaloupe.
Oh.
Flip Fantasia.
Novelty in the 1990s music choice for Grace and Luke.
Ladies and gentlemen, as you know, we have something special down here at Birdland this evening for Blue Note Records.
Dance as we dip in the melodic sea. Rhythm keeps flowing, drips the MC. Sweet sugar pop, rocks and pop. You don't stop till the sweet beat drops. I shall improve as I stick and move. Vivid poems recited on top of the groove. Smooth mind, floating like a butterfly. New set afloat, sung like a lullaby. Brace yourself as the beat hits ya. Dip, trip, flip, fantasia.
Mark, I've never seen this team, but I really like this team. Great energy, super skating skills.
Yeah, completely agree. And they did the Enya Dance Trophy, but as novices earlier this year. Their first, to my mind, their first international junior event. But like I said, that this is a team who have been skating for a long time. They first competed in like a kind of mini pairs event back 2016, 2017. We are now seeing internationally the fruits of all that graft from them, their parents, and their illustrious coaches.
They're sort of the new kids on the block here and making a bit of a noise. We'll see what their score is going to be like, but I just, the power and the speed, the acceleration of every step, I thought, wow, that is strong. And of course, the danceability was awesome as well. So,
and I actually think in a landscape where we hear much of the same music choice, I really like the novelty of seemingly the novelty of this music.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Then, as I said to you offline, I said, I don't know, they've got something special, something that unites the two of them extremely well into a team.
And then, you know, a sibling pairing is always an interesting dynamic, but they have, again, like kind of their own dynamic on top. From a technical perspective, the cohesion there was really good. Little question mark here.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, for Grace, a little break in the rotation there, so she may drop one level with that break. But this was fun. And interestingly, you know, they have amazing coaches. Adrian Lenda here with Igor Spielman and Pasquale and Natalia. So many great coaches, but I also understand they have some off-ice experts that work on their danceability there as well. And I bet they had a lot of fun with some of the dance breaks.
Oh, yeah. And as we said with the last team, this is only going to get better as the year progresses.
Just 13 and 16.
14 and 16.
Oh, my maths isn't very good when I wrote the numbers down.
I know. I was mine.
Deary me.
Bad day for you today.
Yeah, I'm stumbling all over the place.
Listen, you know, Grace, Luke, love what you're doing.
Yay.
Love your skating. Love your energy. It's so much fun to watch. I'm a fan, that's for sure. Not that I know a lot about, well, I know enough about ice dance, but still, that's great job. Take a look at the rhythm dance score, 56.26. They are thrilled as they high-five and they kiss and cry. That puts Grace and Luke, validates my thoughts anyways. It puts them currently into second place. That's super.
How proud their parents must be.
Yeah, if they're back at home watching this, so they're probably here, but if they're back at home, they probably have a tear in their eye.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah. There's our next team representing Canada, Leila Delion and Alexander Brandes.
And this is the second of two teams who have already got the 15 points following a gold medal in their first Grand Prix assignment. 5 weeks since we last saw them, now skating to around the world in Insomnia. Canada's Leila Villon and Alexandra Brandis completed their rhythm dance, and they were acknowledging that in other years on the Junior Grand Prix, they've had a quicker turnaround between events, but since Riga, it's given them time to reflect, reset, and really try to build both programs as Edward Vassi cheers them on ringside. And I actually think that the program is much developed, but there was a little mistake.
Yeah, there was a little mistake, but I have to say, not being the dance expert, but I think Alexander Brandis has really, really improved in the dance ability, in the dance part of it. Like, it's more natural for him now and more matched with Leila. Take a look at the elements.
It's so interesting because on this, the rumba, I thought they were closer than the Ukrainians. We're going to make the constant comparison with the Ukrainian team. This is so cool.
Yeah.
How fun. And they're like half axle of sorts. Difficult entry into the twizzles. All good on the first, and more comfortable direction of rotation for the team. But here for Alexander, all good, all good, all good, that's all good. And I think that's why he's coming in at the level 3 as opposed to the level 4, and that will have just had a little impact on the grade of execution. Nothing major, but of course I'm sure Leila and Alexander will be really eager to try to become 2-time Junior Grand Prix champions. This was impressively close, and you can see how long the team have been together when you see this camera angle of their movement. They were so uniformed and matched in their technique. Maybe difficult entry into their rotational lift, which has come in as an extended lift, so they're going to get a 1-point deduction on that. So that's gone over the maximum time allocated and allowed. That's a shame.
Some points left on the table there that would have made this razor thin close for first place, but there's a little bit of distance as we see the numbers coming in. Not too much, but there is some.
Now, as wonderful as Leila and Alexandra are, we have to give a shout out to Chloe Diaz-Hubble, who is Adrian Diaz, the coach here, 1.5-year-old who will be listening. It's very important that she gets a little shout out.
Okay, there we go. Scores 63.60 for Leila and Alexander, and you can see Leila going, hey, that's good. That's not a problem with that score. We're happy with that. That'll put them currently in second place. So that is just 2 points shy of the lead, and with those mistakes, it would have been, as I said, razor thin. The team continues to improve, for sure. As we take a look at our next team representing Sweden, Charlotte Chung and Axel McKenzie. Both, by the way, born in Toronto.
Yeah, and they're using some Swedish 1990s music because of Ace of Base, part of their rhythm dance. Sweden's Charlotte Chung and Axel Mackenzie. And for me, Ted, the Destiny's Child and the energy that Charlotte Chung brings it, so much fun. She was totally on point. And in and around the venue, Charlotte just seemed so joyful, as does Axel. They both seemed so joyful and happy and good vibes that I really enjoyed the interpretation of Destiny's Child. That was cool.
Yeah, you know, when your music is just the core of our whole sport, but
Yeah.
particularly in ice dance. So if you get moved, but what happens with a team that is getting the piece of music they don't really like?
Yeah, it's
That's
so
a tough
tough.
one, yeah.
So tough.
But not in this case, that's for sure.
This, and I mean, it was an interesting, you know, you would never necessarily put together the combination of music that they chose, but when they vibe with it as much as they did, it works.
Yeah.
You can see here, breaks in rotation for Charlotte there through the twizzles. So she's going to drop levels there. And this, the straight line left, the second element, and as you rightly pointed out, Ted, rare for that to be featured earlier in the program as Charlotte and Axel did. And now, the direct comparison. How much posture, knee bend and extension, how much glide does this team have on these steps that all the teams are having to do? It's fun to see their coach, Carl, just back of shot there.
Yeah.
And then heading into the midline step. And you see often with the teams that when they're working on the difficult turns and the more technical elements score aspect, they have to disconnect a little bit from the performance because their brain is so consumed with trying to get the higher level. But then as soon as that's done, Charlotte was back.
Yeah, and you can see Charlotte just let me dance. I just want to dance to this, right?
Exactly.
I got to do this technical stuff. You see them in the kiss and cry.
Oh, somebody needs to take the picture for them. Oh no, go get Carl's on it. Selfie mode activated.
Good analysis there, Mark. Well, let's take a look at their rhythm dance scores. 40.21 was their season's best so far, and this is the new season's best at 45.62. And they look thrilled with that. A little fist pump by Axel. Great job. Progress made. Good feeling. Good feeling.
That's a happy selfie memory as well.
It is. Yeah.
This is their new season's best. They're currently 7th place.
Yeah, that's super. We will take a look at the standings so far after 3 groups. Final group is going to step onto the ice for their warm-up. Now, Mark, I have a question, and I have something we want to bring up right now. Okay?
You've got a question for me before I even open my mouth so that I don't pose you
I'm
with
pulling
one.
their weapons out here. No. So let's first of all talk about, we've mentioned this throughout the season so far, that we're able to listen to technical panel.
Yes.
So what I did yesterday is I actually said every word that the technical panel does during the program, which is calling the elements, not making decisions, but they're calling them and calling for a review if they need. And then there's the review process. So Mark, you're going to do that with with one of the teams in the next group. So just to let the audience know, Mark will be, let's pick the team right now. Mark, you pick it.
I think the Finnish team of Eva Roshnova and Platon Zubkov.
Perfect. Okay, so that's the team. That's going to be number 16, so second to last team in this group. And what you'll hear during the program, generally we stay absolutely silent during the program. In this case, Mark will simply be repeating exactly the calls that the technical panel make, and that is they'll name the element and they'll give a level of difficulty and they'll give a review if it needs to be looked at in slow motion after the dance. So that's the first thing. Then at the end, you'll see some of our replays. Don't worry about that. Listen to Mark because he's going to simply repeat what the technical panel is looking at and what they're saying.
Yeah.
Okay, so we just want to set up the audience that's what we're going to do.
And set up the production team to know.
Yeah,
we'll
we
let
need to
them know so that...
Yeah. So, let's just see. 1 second. We're going to just go off here 1 second.
They're on it. They're on our team.
Okay.
They're ahead of us. They know what we're going to say before we even say it.
Totally. Okay, now, and here's my question. So you were a really good single skater. You had triple lots. You were bronze medal winner at the UK Junior Nationals, right? You had a fan base. You had your own limo. No, whatever. So you were a good single skater. You switched to ice dance. What attracted you? Not because, you thought maybe it might be an issue, you could do better, go international. That's one issue. But what attracted you to the discipline of ice dance?
I mean, I got to kind of precursed the answer with just a kind of back history because
Oh
I
boy,
think
here we go.
yeah, here we go. We're not gonna have time left.
No,
in this
go ahead.
warm-up
Go,
room.
go.
And I think many of the ice dancers, myself obviously included, started their skating career as single skaters before making the transition. Now, I skated in Scotland where I started, and ice dance was not really done in Scotland as readily, so that it just wasn't a feature or a possibility. I started ice skating because of Torvill and Dean, because they were public consciousness. So I saw ice dance first. That's what attracted me to ice skating.
Got it.
But then when I went to the local rinks, then start to get some lessons. The coaches teach single skating, and I love single skating. And then as a single skater, I love to jump and love to spin. And at that time, as a single skater, the idea was that dance was less than. I remember in my rink, because they didn't do ice dance, it was like, oh, you wouldn't want to be an ice dancer. But then as I was, I didn't started skating a little bit late at 9 or 10 years old. I didn't train often because of life and my family commitments. And so then I was getting to the age of 17 or 18, and I was seeing internationally watching World Championships and realizing that without a triple axel I was going to struggle to ever be competitive. But I still wanted to skate. I didn't want to be forced to retire competitively. I still felt like I had something to give, especially because I'd not gone to university and had more time to commit to the sport. And ice dancing offered me continuation in the sport. I retrospectively think I perhaps had always been more suited to that discipline because of just my natural stylistic choice of movement. I think I, as a human, am perhaps a little bit more naturally suited to this discipline. And I'm so grateful that ice dance then offered me 6-7 more years of competition and then lots more professional skating opportunities as well. And it is fair to say, I think, that the ice dance community has a longer competitive career. If we look at the top medalists and the top 4 in the world, not this year's World Championships, but the year before, all of the medalists were in their 30s.
So when you started dancing, what did you fall in love with? Because I'm trying to get at the core of the feeling of the human part. Oh my God, I love this. Why?
Because then music and movement co-aligned more. Okay. So for me, the music and the movement became more of a factor, and the indulgence of being emotive on the ice. Okay. And as a single skater, I was probably maybe jumped too emotive, but I had to disconnect because I wasn't successful with my jumps, whereas in ice dance you're allowed to indulge in being more emotive.
Okay, good explanation. We're within the 1 minute, so I'm going to stop you there.
That's good. I'm surprised at myself.
Yeah, no, exactly. We got lucky, but
definitely.
Yeah, but emotive. You are an emotional person, no question. So that discipline really suited you for that. And it's interesting because maybe a person who's less emotional might pick pairs.
Well, it's interesting. I actually have a very dear friend who grew up in Lyon, and he went into ice dance because that's what he was offered. I actually think he would have probably been more suited to single skating. So, different humans, different strengths.
Okay, here we go. Here we go. Final group in the rhythm dance. Day number 2 here in Gdansk. Lots more skating on the menu today.
As 8 skaters leave the ice, it paves the way for the first team to compete in this final group. Lukoch and Lucas Châtillon representing France. They were 4th in Riga, so they have been perilously close to a podium place already this season, and they've had 5 weeks of training time since their last participation at a Junior Grand Prix. Their second ever Junior Grand Prix, skating to Shy Guy and moving on up. Francis Lukács and Lucas Chatignon complete their rhythm dance, and it's so difficult now for the technical panel and the judges to make all of these constant comparisons between the teams. This team so clean, as we come to expect and enjoy from Karine Aribert and Mathilde Chantelouse. Really enjoyed the midline step sequence with the musicality and the crispness of that movement. That said, their quick step comes in at a base level, so none of the 4 key points have been achieved, and currently there are 4 of their elements, 4 of the 5 elements, being reviewed by the technical panel. So their score, which currently would have them vying for one of the top 3 spots, is up for debate. Here, the quick step. So key point here, 2 inside edges for Lou, and then there's a change of edge coming here. Inside, changing edge to outside for Lucas, and that neither of those were given, nor the Choctaw earlier on in that section. As we see the rotational lift, change of pose, and then the Bowers, the difficult exit. See both of the team working so hard to stay mindful of one another, whilst rotating faster perhaps, not necessarily faster in terms of speed and ice coverage, but faster rotation than I think any that we have seen. As we see the uniformity of their movement. This is a team that will do the ballet on ice. So brilliant, the work that they do in Villard-de-Lans. So that has helped all of these ice dance teams to have such great interpretation skill and musicality. And the good news is that the reviews coming in currently for Lou and Lucas are helping their score and elevating the team's technical element score.
You always like that.
I do like that. It seems to be when we watch the single skating, it
Well,
has a
it does
detrimental
flip around
impact.
because everybody's, all the scores are coming in, so it's going up and down and up and down. You don't really know until the 10th judge or the 10th score is in. And so as we get to see this, you don't get to see, but as we get to see this, it's really nerve-wracking when the placement or a trip to the final is on the line.
And for Lou and Lucas, their chances of the final are slim insofar as they were 4th, but nevertheless there's the next level of excitement to consider their first Junior Grand Prix medal, which they are in contention for. As we see Karine, I think, just checking, she's looking to see on her phone.
Yeah, the live scoring.
What's happening? What are we getting here?
I think it's great that they get the live scoring right away and they know why is that score such a, I didn't get that level. Rather than being upset and the kiss and cry and then having to go to search it out and find it, they got it right there.
They have an immediate reference point.
Feedback.
Yeah. And so the thing is, for the coach now, in the coaching capacity, they're thinking, right, level 1 in that midline step sequence, right, get back on the ice, let's go work on your turns.
Yeah, exactly. Let's go to the practice rink.
Yeah.
They're taking some time here. We've got all 10 judges' scores out. Here we go. As they hold hands very tightly. Season's best, 56.87. A big smile came on Lou's face. That will put them currently into 3rd place. And they look pretty happy with that. They're going, phew, phew. There's still some teams to come, but
good job.
Yeah, good job.
Karine's happy. If coach is happy, skaters generally are happy too.
Totally. And there is a look at our next team. They represent Italy. Arianna Soldati and Nicolas Tagliabue.
And another team coming into this event with a 4th place in their first Junior Grand Prix assignment of the season. They were 4th in Varese, but it was their rhythm dance which was their strength. Arianna and Nicolas skating to Gonna Make You Sweat and get ready. Italy's Arianna Saldati and Nicholas Taliabu, who we are seeing as debutantes this season on the Junior Grand Prix. But interestingly, the brilliance of their skating is based upon a 7-year partnership, and actually they've had challenges just to get here. 2 years ago, Arianna and Nicholas couldn't do juniors because she was too young for juniors, but he was too old to compete in novices, so they couldn't compete at all.
Right.
Last year, Nicholas broke his hand, so they couldn't compete. So now we're finally getting to see this team, having prepared for so long to be at this event, and they are now not just contending, I think, for a medal, but threatening some of the top positions with that performance.
Another cat amongst the pigeons?
Okay.
You're looking at
So
me.
where are you going with that?
No, it's because you're going unexpected team, and they may very well be threatening
to be cat amongst the pigeons.
Yeah, exactly. Let's take a look at some of the elements here.
And this actually was so impressive. They're run by their first element, every key point. So their Choctaw, that step there, considered the cleanest, and the inside 3-turn here, you can see just the angle of their edges and their ankles deeper than that which we've seen from others so far. There was a little wibbly wobbly woo for Arianna just here. 1, 2, ooh. I think she's going to drop a level slightly for that, and that's the particular detail that the technical panel will have to ascertain. Back Choctaw, they're good at that. So to get a level 2 in this element, you have to have 3 difficult turns called clean. That rocker turn is good. And I like their Choctaw too. And choosing to do a stationary lift. I think that's the first stationary lift that we may have seen.
Yeah, it is.
Nicely done.
Great energy throughout this program. Good skating skills. Really well matched team. He's outstanding, and so is she.
Yeah. And actually interesting that there is, as they're joined by their coach, I think it's Frederica Bernardi, 14 and 19. There's a 5-year age gap, and yet they move and energetically perform very equally. And if they've been together since the age of 7 and 12. I think Arianna said she was 8 years old, but amazing that they've had already so much time together. And when we look at the world rankings and the seniors, and it is undoubtedly and indisputably of huge benefit to have amassed many years as an ice dance team, and they've got great coaches.
This team, you sort of have a sense this team has a really good future.
Yeah.
You really just get that feeling. You don't know it based on, it's only based on what we see here, but they have great skating skills. They're well matched, good looking team on the ice.
Yes.
They've got great energy and performance, and they've been on for a couple of years, so that energy to be here and to want to progress, is there. It's sort of renewed.
They have like a invigorated freshness.
Yeah. They'll value every step along the way. That's a lot of fun. Now, they're taking a bit of time here. We've got 8 out of the 10 judges' scores are currently in. Now it's 9. We'll have the scores in just a moment. And this will be not a surprise. I won't say a surprise, but 60.41, season's best. Now we'll put Arianna and Nicholas currently in 3rd place. Talk about those two teams sort of battling for the bronze. Right now, they take the lead in that race. Take a look at the top 5 teams so far in the event. 3 to come. Here's a look at our next team. They represent Hungary. Vilo Mira Zelagi and Istvan Yaras.
And Vilo Mira and Istvan have been struggling a little bit with injury in anticipation of this event, but now hoping for pain-free happy skating as they perform to the Rockefeller Skank and Love Fool.
Right about now, the funk soul rubber. Check it out now. The funk soul rubber. Right about now, the funk soul rubber. Check it out now. The funk soul rubber. Right about now, the funk soul rubber. Right about now,
Hungary's Vilo Mira Selaki and István Jarax complete their rhythm dance and cleanly through, surviving through despite the sickness and the illness that they had in anticipation and preparation for this competition. One of the interesting things in hearing from their coach Nora Hoffman, who herself was a World Junior silver medalist, is acknowledging their age and acknowledging the length of time that they have still within the junior ranks. So just 15 and 16, and she mindful of the long term for this team as they greet her ringside following that performance. And a little look back as they open the program, giving the judges an indication for some of the component scores that they have. They're the Twizzles. Level 4 for Vilo Mira and level 3 for István. And here, a chance to just look through the difficult turns that are used. So this is all transitional content. This back outside to forward inside Choctaw, and there a closed Mohawk. Those are potentially difficult turns and steps that can up the level as we look at the mandatory and required rumba. They're changing hold, which is totally allowed this season. Within these steps that have been performed for years and years, you can now deviate the holds a little bit. Hand in hand. As we see, super cool change of pose. Probably their strongest element, the rotational lift. And that, the one with the highest grade of execution. So I'm relieved to note that the judges corroborate my belief that that's their strongest element.
And just a reminder, as we're looking in the Kiss and Cry, the next team, you are going to repeat exactly what the technical panel is doing during the program. You'll hear Mark talk, but he's just simply repeating the words of the technical panel. And then after the program, he will continue through in the review. So I just want you to all understand what's that all about. We're going to reveal what the technical panel does during the program and what they do in the review. Okay.
And I will be unable to help the teams in any way, shape, or form. I will simply repeat as the panels do, not with personal.
I can have a cup of tea.
You can chill out, mate. You can just. Well, you might have to be careful that I don't make a mistake.
The scores, please.
Let's take a look at the rhythm dance scores for Vilo Mira and István. There are 42.61. And put this team currently into 11th place.
Vilo Mira and István Jarax from Hungary have earned in rhythm dance 42.61 total points. They are currently in 11th place.
And now to one of the least experienced teams together, a new partnership, Eva Roshnova and Platon Zubkov. Eva was a solo dance competitor last season, now partnered up with Platon. And this team skate to 100% pure love. First element, straight line lift. Straight line lift. Level 4. Next, rumba and quick step. Rumba. No, no. Yes, yes. Level 2. Quick step. No, no. Yes, review. Level 1. Next, twizzles. Twizzles. Level 4 review, man, level 4. Next, midline step. Midline step. Level 1 and level 2. We have 5 elements and 2 reviews, starting with element 3. Last key point wants to check. Fast forwarding the video. One more time. Both accept that key point. Now last key point on rumba, the 3 turn. So back to element 2, fast forwarding to the key point in question. Real time. Two of the 3 accept. Key point given, now twizzles. Wanted to review the 3rd twizzle slowly. Checking out early. Not doing 3 rotations. Wanted to review the man's 3rd twizzle. Backing up the video. Asking for playback slow. Both short, 2.5. Both down to level 2, new rules. No C feature. Straight line level 4, rumba level 2, no, no, yes, yes. Quick step level 1, no, 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 yes. Twizzles 2 and men 2. Steps, woman 1, man 2, no deductions. Agreed. There we go.
Yeah. I have to say the dance is always a little bit more detailed than, and particularly with teams that are in development mode, but a little bit more detailed, take a little bit longer to go through the review process.
And I think I just now have to check out and just congratulate Eva and Platon, because what they have just shown is so impressive given how little experience they have together comparable to others.
Well, let's take a look at the scores. In Platon, 50.06. All nodding in the kiss and cry with that score, and that'll put them currently into 9th place.
50.06 total points. They are currently in 9th place.
Hard for me not to give emotion when I'm
yeah, I know, it's hard. And there's a look at our final team in the rhythm dance representing Switzerland, Serena Tascherer and Lauren Wiedeker.
And this team really embracing concept and theme their rhythm dance based on the internet boom, specifically when the first SMS text message was sent from a computer to a phone in 1992. And listen out for some of the additions to their music to signal that. The final ice dance team in the rhythm dance in Gdansk, Serena Scharner and Loreen Wiederkehr from Switzerland. And for me, whilst the skating skills are not the strongest, I love that this is the clearest concept beyond just 1990s.
Yeah, it's cool. And when you tell the story or what the basis of this is, and you watch it, you say, okay, I get that, and you appreciate the moves that much more. I'd like to see that in all the dances, only if the teams want to, but it'd be cool.
Well, thank you to Alyssa for sharing it with us.
Thank you very much.
As Alyssa hugs her students, she was explaining that since their last Grand Prix assignment, they were working on changing the step sequence, focusing on quality of edges in the pattern dance as well, trying to accrue more of the key points that are integral to a higher success on the technical element score. And interestingly, level 2 has been achieved on their diagonal step sequence.
And they had 47.03 was a season's best. So they're going to beat that here, I think.
As we see, it's a little bit of rotation on the spot. Actually, that's interesting. A little bit of spinning as opposed to twizzling for Serena, so more like a traveling spin than a twizzle. So that's why she's got just a level 1 on that element. But this, super cool. Straight line lift, and around the world was the vocal lyric during the lift. So Loreen finding that with the arm movement as well. And just like the clarity of movement.
Well, this music helped because it is clear. It's very clear.
And this, the step sequence that they've been working on, did change that since their participation in Riga, just trying to offer more clean turns. So there, that Choctaw, part of the reason Loreen achieved a level 2 as opposed to level 1 from Serena. But Serena, much newer to ice dance. She still amassing more and more comfort in this discipline. The celebration there.
Well, again, just a reminder, their season's best, their personal best overall is 47.03. So they're going to be, I hope, we're going to see reaction. Kiss and cry for this new score. 17 and 19 years of age, so they still have a little bit more time. As we take a look at the rhythm dance score here in Gdansk. Season's best, 52.97. You can see the reaction in the kiss and cry. They are thrilled. And that will put this team, Serena and Lauren, currently in the 7th place.
So much hard work goes behind the scores. So much reason to celebrate.
And when they see such a leap up in the scores, that what a great joy in the kiss and cry for everyone.
Yeah, more hearts.
As we take a look at the final standings in the rhythm dance, our first event here on day 2, with Irina Pegena and Artem Koval from Ukraine in first, Leila Valian and Alexander Brandes in second, and in third from Italy, Ariana Soldati and Nicholas Taliabuzzi.
It's not often that the first competitor and performer leads from start to finish.
Yeah, it's true. It's been a long time since we've seen that. And there is a look at the rest of the field with the rhythm dance. Up next is the pairs free program. That'll be the first medal event, and that's going to be exciting.
Yeah, exciting and nerve-wracking.
That concludes our coverage of the rhythm dance here on day 1. Stay tuned for the pairs free program coming up in just a little while. For all of us here at the ISU, I'm Ted Barton along with Mark Hanratty. Thank you for watching. We hope you join us for the pairs.